Uh, Hi everyone. Hello everyone. Nah. Oh my god. Hi everyone. Hi everyone. My handle name is otheodame. Hi everyone. My handle name is otheodame, but my birth name is Teodora. I'm 29 years old and I'm from Serbia. Guys, this is my first time and I'm so excited and so nervous at the same time, and I have no idea what I'm doing, so give me some break please. I hope you will enjoy these videos. Let's start. You're probably wondering why am I speaking English instead of Serbian, which is basically my native language. Well, that's because I'm planning on going to Japan sometimes next year. Here comes the biggest plot twist of all the time. I'm actually deaf. 100% deaf on both my ears. In order to speak the way I'm speaking, I have a cochlear implant, as you can see right here. Woo! Being deaf gave me a unique kind of perception in everything. Let me answer the most basic questions. The first question I get when somebody learns that I'm deaf is how I got deaf. Well, I was born normally, you know, I heard normally, I was a normal baby, everything was normal. I got my first vaccine when I was 9 months old. I got the severe reaction to it, and right after it I got ear infection, pneumonia, and so those combined together left me with hearing loss. My parents didn't realize that until I was a year and a half old, and I wasn't speaking, I wasn't talking at all. I was making gibberish noises, I was screaming, I wasn't hearing them. They took me to the doctor, and after many tests, analysis and everything, they determined that I'm deaf. So then, oh my... I can't believe I decided to shoot my first video on an extremely windy day by my window, because it had the perfect lighting, because I'm poor and I have no money to have the proper studio or camera or whatever. So here comes this. So I got my hearing aid, which brings me to the next question that everyone always asks me. Why did I got hearing aids instead of simply learning sign language? Well, my answer to that is thank God I didn't learn sign language, because otherwise I would miss out on everything. There are people who are not fit to wear hearing aids. The nature of their hearing damage is that severe, so hearing aid or cochlear implant won't do any help, won't help them at all. Those people have to learn sign language. I mean, it's natural. I'm lucky. I was very lucky one, because I was fit to wear hearing aids. So I got one, and I got to speech therapies, and that brings me to the question number 3. How am I speaking this well? How come I don't have any speech flaws? Most of deaf people can't hear themselves, or certain notes, or certain sounds, and they speak mostly nasally, not hearing certain syllables or vowels. Well, my kind of hearing damage is specific in a way that I hear everything, almost, but very low volume, very low volume, almost none. So going to the speech therapist, and parallel with that I was practicing with my mother, because she is the most amazing woman in the world. She is really a remarkable woman. Sorry guys, it's windy. Speech therapist and my mother combined together, this is what the result is. That brings me to the 4th question, which is how did I learn languages, Serbian, English, and how many languages do I actually speak? not counting Serbian as my native language, which by the way I did learn as if it was foreign second language. So Serbian, English. Currently I'm actively learning Japanese because I'm planning on going to Japan sometime next year, but more on that later on. All of this brings me to the last and final question. Why am I talking about all of this? Why am I even starting this video? Well, that's because I actually want to put myself out there in both deaf and hearing communities. If my experiences as a deaf person who hears almost as a normal hearing person would help both deaf community and hearing community to create a bridge of understanding, because from my experiences there are often a lot of misunderstandings. Hearing people can't exactly perceive what it is like to be deaf. I mean, it's not as simple to put earplugs in and yeah, I'm deaf. No, it doesn't work like that. Even with the earplugs, you still hear something. We need to unite. We are, after all, members of this planet. We're supposed to be united as a whole of this planet. Right? That's why I'm doing this video. I apologize in advance if I was boring or overwhelming with information. I want to grow as a person. I want to evolve, and hopefully you guys are gonna help me with that. The idea of this whole video is to build a bridge between deaf community and hearing community. So I'm not trying to change the world. Really, I'm not trying to change the world. The world will be a better place if we all understood each other and help each other. So this concludes this video. Thank you for watching, and hopefully if you liked it, you will subscribe, put a thumbs up, and possibly share it further. If you have any questions or ideas or suggestions, please write down in the comment section or write me directly on Instagram or Twitter. I will be glad to answer all of your questions and possibly collaborate with all of you, because I really want to be involved in this community and to help even one person. So bye bye, thank you for watching. Right? Right? Wait, who am I talking to again? Okay, I'm trying to be funny, but I'm not.